Well, I was in the kitchen and I heard some gunshots and I didn't realize it for a minute, and then I came back out and I saw everybody looking up there and I saw the car pulled over, and then I saw like the police swarm in the area.
Neighbors in shock after a North Little Rock mother is shot and killed with her baby in the backseat of the car.
I think it's devastating. I prayed for that baby, did as much as I can do, but it's horrible. It is a horrible situation.
The suspect is still on the loose and the motive unknown.
All I have to do is pray and pray for them, pray for their families. Go sick.
Tonight, police are turning to you to help them solve this crime.
Live from Arkansas's breaking news leader, Fox 16 News at 9 starts now.
Good evening, I'm Kevin Kelly.
I'm Donna Terrell. The murder of 31-year-old Samantha Cass Olson leaves an entire community in shock and police with very few answers.
We have team coverage tonight. Fox 16's Melissa Schroeder live outside Walgreens where a vigil is underway. But first, David Goins with the latest on the investigation that, as of right now, has few leads.
Detectives back out at the scene at JFK and McCain looking for possible bullet fragments, anything that can help police better understand what happened here Wednesday evening.
We don't know a motive even for this. Was it random? Was it targeted?
All North Little Rock police know is that 31-year-old Samantha Cass was driving her blue Mazda east on McCain when another vehicle opened fire, killing the young mother with her infant in the back seat. Several eyewitnesses at the scene say the shots came from a black Ford F-150 pickup truck with a chrome bumper and wheels and an orange toolbox in the back.
When that's all you have, it makes it very challenging.
Shock and grief shared openly on a Facebook page her friends indicate belongs to Samantha Cass. One writing, "Sam, you will be missed. God rest your soul."
It is something to be that bothers the community, and understandably so, and especially when you have a homicide that occurs right in the middle of a busy intersection, with no regard for human life.
And as the investigation crosses the 24-hour mark, very few answers.
At this point, we don't care if we have to take 1,000 calls. We're looking for one call that leads us to an arrest. This is a heartbreaking incident.
And that was David Goins reporting. We certainly want to show you the truck again, so take a good look. This is what police are looking for. Police say the suspected shooter was driving a Ford F-150 four-door, black in color, with an orange toolbox in the back. The truck also had chrome wheels and a chrome bumper. If you know anything about this shooting, police ask you to call the number right there on your screen, 501-680-8439.
And we now turn our team coverage to a vigil being held tonight for Samantha Cass.
Fox 16's Melissa Schroeder live in North Little Rock, where friends and family of the murder victim are gathering to pay respects. Melissa?
Hey guys, well, you can see behind me there's still a small group of people gathered here, and earlier this evening it really was a beautiful sight. On the sidewalk right here there are several white bags with candles inside, and over here a wonderful poster that reads "Loving Mother, Sister, and Wife." The community really came out to show support tonight, not only for the family, but it wasn't a dry eye around when the group began to sing "Amazing Grace" with candles glowing in the dark night. Along with prayer and kind words from family and friends, strangers mourned and bonded together. The man who organized the event doesn't know Samantha Cass Olson, but was touched to do something when he heard about her tragic story.
I've got two girls, a 5- and a 7-year-old, and I live a mile and a half away from here, and to hear something as horrific as this story, it just breaks my heart.
People also gave donations tonight for the grieving family. And back out here live earlier today, we spoke with Samantha Cass Olson's family. We're told she was just married last year, and the couple has a young daughter who is the light of Samantha's life.
It's not right. It's not right.
The hurt and pain are still very fresh for April Ibarra. She was close to her sister, Samantha Cass Olson, and affectionately referred to her as Sissy.
She was amazing. She had a heart of gold.
And much of Olson's heart belonged to her daughter. Ibarra says she'll turn 1 year old next month, a milestone her mother will miss.
The last thing she did was post a video of the baby walking. She just started walking.
Sadly, the first steps this mother saw will also be the last, a reality her family is still trying to make sense of.
And I get a phone call last night, and it's like, no, that's not true. It's on the news. No, that's still not true.
And while the grieving is far, far from over, Ibarra made a plea to the public today to bring her sissy's murderer to justice.
My niece doesn't deserve to grow up having an unsolved murder for her mom, and my brother-in-law doesn't deserve to know that his wife was just killed for no reason.
Everyone we talked to tonight says Samantha Olson was a wonderful woman, and they want to know why and how this happened. Of course, we will continue to follow the story and investigation, as we know our viewers, too, want to know what happened in this tragic event. We're reporting live tonight from North Little Rock. Melissa Schroeder, Fox 16 News.
And Melissa, obviously this is one of those situations where it has touched so many different people. Obviously, the people who know Samantha, as well as people who don't. Case in point, the organizer there didn't even know Samantha, but he organized that vigil. How's her husband doing tonight? Was April able to talk about him?
You know, Donna, April says she hasn't been able to reach him. We went out to the couple's house today, tried to reach him in other ways, Facebook, and so far he hasn't touched out to us. So as of right now, we're just not sure. I understand that the couple is very close, so he's probably doing a lot of grieving tonight, which we're just trying to respect that.
And we certainly do understand that. All right, thank you for that. We want to turn now to my co-anchor, Kevin, who's going to walk us through what police think might have happened last night. Kevin?
Yeah, and that's the key word, Donna, and that's something that I really want to emphasize one more time. This is only what police think happened. Now, keep in mind, this is still an active investigation. What you're looking at right here is a random aerial shot of the intersection of JFK and McCain, taken at an earlier point in time. Now, if you look closely, you can see up here in the upper right-hand corner, this is the Regions Bank. Across the street is the Hardee's. Down below is the Walgreens, and this building right here is the Starbucks. Now, according to police, Cass was driving westbound on McCain, heading in this direction. As for the suspect, he was possibly heading down in this direction, and at some point in time they met at this intersection. Now, they're not exactly sure which lane Cass was in at the time, but they do believe that the light was green. Now, I do want to show you a different perspective, a kind of a grounds point of view. This is what the intersection looks like if you're heading eastbound on McCain. This is the hill that the suspect allegedly came down. At some point in time, the suspect may have pulled up right next to her and opened fire. Now, if this light was green at the time of that shooting, it might explain why her car ended up across the intersection and coming to a stop right about here near the driveway that entered the Starbucks. At that point, the suspect took off. Now we're going to highlight kind of a grassy area, which is now on your screen. And police searched this area today using metal detectors. They basically put a grid area, if you will, over the grass, used metal detectors. They were looking for shell casings and other signs of evidence. Keep in mind, as you well know, Donna, this is an extremely busy intersection. So there were a lot of witnesses who either saw exactly what happened or heard what happened. And if that's you, police certainly want to talk to you. And Donna, this certainly has a lot of people alarmed in that community.
Well, it does, and all over, in fact, both in Little Rock and North Little Rock and surrounding areas, people concerned. But this is a good perspective to be able to see it from the way that you've pointed it out here. For a lot of people who aren't that familiar with that area, you've made it make a little more sense. But I just hope, like you said, there's so many people in that area during that time. Hopefully, police are talking to the right people so they can find the suspect.
Yeah, and again, Donna, this is just what police think at this point. It is a long investigation, far from over, but police are following every lead, and they certainly need help from the public.
Absolutely. All right. Thanks a lot, Kevin, for that. And Fox 16 viewers expressing all kinds of emotions on our Facebook page. Bradley writes, barring an unknown motive, this senseless act of violence devastates me. Road rage, random killing, no answer makes this better. Jennifer says prayers for this family, just so senseless. And Valerie expressing safety concerns, writing, it's getting to the point that one doesn't want to go into Little Rock or North Little Rock anymore. Just sad that this woman lost her life and the child lost its mother. Here's the Fox 16 bottom line on this story. Police say Samantha Olson was shot and killed last night just after 7 o'clock at the intersection of JFK and McCain. Police have a vehicle of interest in this case. It's a black Ford F-150 with an orange toolbox. We have all of this information on our website, fox16.com, along with a slideshow of events and the victim.
Now, weather to plan your day with Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin.
You might be thinking, where's August? It doesn't feel like August. Well, it really doesn't. Temperatures today for highs only made it up into the upper 70s and low 80s. Now, you would typically see something like this if it was cloudy and rained all day. That's usually the only way temperatures would stay this cool this time of year. But no, that was with sunshine and low humidity. So that's why I just felt so amazing out there. Now, tonight, temperatures have already dropped back well into the 70s. Many spots well down into the 60s. Look at northern Arkansas, already low 60s. A little bit of coolness in the air. It's almost like a little hint of fall, but we're not quite there yet. And we still have the next half of August to go before we're out of the summer season, and that heat is going to return, but slowly over the next few days. Take a look at the satellite and radar. Mostly clear skies, but actually we do have a few high thin clouds actually blowing off of some storms well back into Oklahoma and Texas, but no rain anywhere close to Arkansas. You can see one band of storms, a line of storms, a fairly strong one moving southward into Oklahoma. Notice this is moving straight south. It's not moving into Arkansas. This is moving along an old front, dividing the drier air from some more humid and warmer air out towards the southwest. And you can see that all stays to our west as we go towards tomorrow morning. A few showers mainly west of the Arkansas border. A few clouds trying to spill on over as we get towards the afternoon hours, but I'm thinking for the most part we stay mostly sunny. Another gorgeous day shaping up, starting nice and cool out there. Very comfortable, no mugginess in the air, and even by lunchtime just about perfect for lunch outside in the patio. 77 degrees about noon. Coming up in a few minutes, I'll show you when that August heat is going to return.
A father of 5 shot and killed in Jacksonville early this morning.
Authorities say these are the 2 men behind the killing. Courtney Marshall is currently in custody, but this man right here, Stanley Nelson, he's still on the loose tonight.
Fox 16's Jocelyn Tovar spoke to loved ones of the victim who say it happened after an argument and tells us if the men knew the accused shooters.
Cousins of the victim, LaTravis Morant, say they were there at the time of the shooting and they had never seen these men before. Shots rang out here on Craft Street on the south side of Jacksonville early Thursday morning. Police say they arrived to find 2 men with gunshot wounds.
We have 1 suspect who is being detained and will be charged with murder in the first degree and first-degree battery.
Courtney Marshall in custody for the shooting, facing first-degree murder and battery charges. This man, Stanley Nelson, also wanted in connection to the murder, is still at large. We have confirmed through the Department of Corrections, Nelson is on parole after serving 10 years for discharging a weapon from a vehicle.
It was a fight. It started out with a fight.
The family of LaTravis Morant say there was an argument shortly before the shooting. They're remembering him as a kind, caring father of 5.
Nice, energetic, outspoken, all of the above, caring.
They're working aggressively to solve this case and get everyone arrested that needed to be arrested.
Now, Jacksonville police say if you do know where Nelson is, to contact them immediately. Back to you.
A man recovers in a Little Rock hospital after being shot in Morrilton Wednesday night. Said Garay Smith is in custody and faces first-degree battery charges. According to police, a fight broke out at an apartment on Bentley Street. And police say Smith shot Quentin Hale in the abdomen and foot.
A truck stolen from Bill Fitz Auto in Little Rock has been returned, and the man who took it has been arrested. We're told the 2008 Reg Dodge Dakota was actually recovered in Hot Springs. Police say a man walked into the car dealership on Monday wanting to test drive a truck and ended up stealing it. The suspect told the salesman at Bill Fitz Auto on Stagecoach Road that he was in the military and was looking for a newer truck. After a test drive, the man said he liked the vehicle and he wanted to show it to his wife.
Tonight, some really good news about Kaylee Hardig, the 12-year-old girl battling parasitic meningitis. Kaylee's mother tells Fox 16 today she was able to sit up on her own, write words on a whiteboard, and even stand with assistance for some brief stretches. And get this, she can throw and catch a ball with her therapist. And maybe the best update of all comes from her physician, who says, quote, "There is no longer a question of whether she'll survive and do well, but just how well.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Is.
Only 2 people have actually survived this disease in the country. She makes the 3rd one.
And we're
the 3rd one.
And we're rooting for the 4th down in Florida.
Down in Florida, yes. Hopefully there will be a 4th.
Yeah.
Beautiful weather, making the week go by just a little bit smoother.
Got that right.
But how long will these fall-like temperatures hang around? Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin has the answer, plus this.
Tomorrow's a hero, and he died doing what he loved, and serving his country was what he wanted to do.
Fox 16's Dustin Barnes sits down with the family of a local soldier killed in Afghanistan. Their emotional story coming up on Fox 16 News.
And we do have breaking news tonight. A convicted child rapist mistakenly released from jail last week is now back behind bars.
Yeah, we'll give you some background information on this man, Tony Perry. He was released last Wednesday after it was learned no one put a hold on his name that would have prevented his release. He was already a convicted sex offender and was booked in June on charges of raping a 14-year-old girl. The Department of Community Correction has said this week work is now underway and has been for quite some time to change procedures to make sure that notifications like this are not missed in the future. But again, Tony Perry back behind bars.
Now, weather to plan your day with Fox 16 Chief Meteorologist Jeff Baskin.
Well, I don't know about you, but I've heard nothing but good comments about today's weather. Nothing but good things.
Well, it's kind of nice when I go out and about and people thank me for the weather.
They're thanking you?
I didn't get that last year.
Didn't get the
when
memo
it was
on
getting
that one?
over
Yeah,
100 degrees every day.
Yeah.
It's just beautiful out there.
Yeah.
I mean, right now, it's fantastic. I mean, just almost like early fall weather. People are outside enjoying it.
Feels good.
You can open up the windows, let in some fresh air tonight.
Yeah.
And this morning was just a little bit chilly out there in some spots.
Burr.
Yeah, and tonight pretty much about the same thing. And as we take a look at what you can expect for these morning lows over the next few days, well, temperatures staying way cool for this time of year. I mean, we're supposed to be, the normal low is supposed to be in the 70s, in the low to mid 70s, 73. That's about average. This morning, we dropped to 61. Not quite into record territory. The record for this morning, 56 degrees, but tomorrow morning, back down near 60. The record is 54 in Little Rock. We're not going to hit that, but still very comfortable. As we go through the weekend, still comfortable mornings, both Saturday and Sunday, as low temperatures get down to the 60s. Northern Arkansas this morning, well down into the 50s, low to mid 50s across parts of north central Arkansas. Mammoth Springs actually down to 50 degrees this morning. Yeah, that's not just comfortably cool, that's just plain old cool. And even down into southern Arkansas, temperatures down the 50s as well. 55 the morning low in Camden. So very unusual for August. As we take a look at the satellite radar, mostly clear skies, a few clouds blowing off some storms well to our west. Notice a cluster of thunderstorms over Kansas. That is moving south along a weak front. That is not going to move into Arkansas, though I wouldn't be surprised if it spreads a few clouds into the area as we go into tomorrow. Look at these temperatures this evening. Widespread 60s and low 70s, well down into the south, really where you don't expect it this time of year. Atlanta, Birmingham down into the 60s, much of Arkansas already down into the 60s. You don't really see much in the way of any hot and humid air. A little bit unusual for this time of year. As we take a look at temperatures across central Arkansas, 66 in Batesville, 63 in Clinton, 66 in Stuttgart, still holding on to 70 degrees right now in Little Rock. Of course, humidity is not a factor out there. Let's take a look at the future forecast. Going into tomorrow, there are those showers and thunderstorms moving across parts of Oklahoma by tomorrow morning, but staying west of Arkansas, although a few clouds trying to spread into the state. Now, as we go into the weekend, our computer model here trying to spread some moisture from the east back across the state as we go into Saturday and Sunday. Right now, I'm thinking that most of this stays to our east, although cloud cover will start to increase a little bit as we go into the weekend. Temperatures gradually warming up and humidity slowly coming back. But a nice long break from that humidity for this time of year. Tomorrow morning, waking up to cool upper 50s and lower 60s as the kids are going off to school by lunchtime, feeling just about perfect out there. We'll call it another winter. Temperatures up into the mid 70s. And as we go into the afternoon hours, temperatures only in the low 80s, about 10 degrees below where they should be this time of year, and not much in that way of humidity to boot. And as we go into the evening hours, temperatures in the mid 70s. Perfect weather for the Travs game tomorrow back at Dickey-Stevens Park. So for tomorrow, low 80s around Maumelle, 81 Jacksonville, upper 70s to near 80 degrees north central Arkansas, south and east, lots of sunshine, temperatures low 80s and low to mid 80s across parts of southwest Arkansas. Here's a look at that extended forecast. Right now, keeping the forecast dry. We really don't need the rain right now. And as we as we go through the weekend. Notice those temperatures gradually warming up. Mid-80s as we go into Saturday. Sunday getting pretty close to 90 degrees and back up into the 90s as we go into next week. Yeah, it's still August. And next week will be a reminder that no, fall didn't come early this year. We just got a little bit of a preview of it.
Yeah.
We did indeed.
It certainly was nice too. All right,
Thanks,
thank you. Well, it's that time of year, back to school.
Yeah, and one major concern for school leaders, bullying. What they're doing to make sure it doesn't happen to your kids.
Need a JOB? I can help you with that. I'm Hubert Tate, and Job Alert is next on Fox 16 News at 9.